tight, she hot as peppercorn. Who said that money gone? Who said the game is over? I'm on fire, axe Puff, axe my nigga Hova. What? I'm out of here, too. I'm out of here, too. I'm gone. I'm gone. Tell him, hey, I'm gone. I'm gone. Hey, I'm out of here, too. Don, yeah. Hey, yo, push button, start to whip up. Load the clip up. Champion hoodie zip up. And styles pick up. Money been right. My flow is getting tight. All the women wanna ask me, am I fucking them tonight? You know Donnie on his grind. I'm feeling like it's mine, but I'll share it with my homie Jay, the Fabulous and Shine. I'll show you how to floss. Shout out to Ricky Ross. I called him up and asked him, is it room for a boss? Roses on the table and I ain't talking about flowers. I represent the city where they knock down the towers. I like a lot of places, but none of them like ours. We can do it in the yard or we can meet up in the showers. Yeah, I'm out of here too. I'm out of here too. Tell them labels too. Put your thumbs up like this. Like we hitchhiking. Tell them labels. Tell them labels. Tell them labels. I'm out of here. All right. Take them home now. Yeah, hey yo, my hood homies bust a shot off of that chic shit. Yeah. I came to bring it back, I know they tired of that weak shit. But we gon' work it out like we playing on We Fit. Everything I get on, the God gon' beast it. White Air Forces, sitting at the table. Dutch lit my chain on, hang past my navel. I'm sorry if I'm not around. And every time I answer my phone, y'all haters hearing that propeller sound. I'm out of here too. I'm out of here too. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. Hey, I'm out of here too. Yeah, Johnny.
Yo, coming soon, Platino, drive by, DJ Cabezon, coming soon. You already know, Rizzy, Kino Harmony.
Mami, tus ojos te delatan, en la cara se te ve. Tú eres una santa, yo sé lo que quieres. Es hora que te pongas fresca, enseña pa' ver. No te pongas tímida, ¿qué vas a hacer? Deja el nebuleo, es lo que tú quieras, bellaqueo. Descontrola, que te pongas fresca, enseña pa' ver. No te pongas tímida, ¿qué vas a hacer? Métele sin miedo, vamos a darle duro al perreo. Sin miedo, dale mami sin perece. Pégate, no hay motivo para esconderse. Dale a pared, que yo quiero verte. Porque yo quiero darte duro, duro sin pena. Pero tan duro que se te brote en la pena. Pa' que te acostumbres como es que corre el sistema. Y espero que con eso no tengas ningún problema. Porque es hora que te pongas fresca, enseña pa' ver. No te pongas tímida, ¿qué vas a hacer? Deja el nebuleo, es lo que tú quieres, bellaqueo. Descontrola, que te pongas fresca, enseña pa' ver. No te pongas tímida, ¿qué vas a hacer? Métele sin miedo, vamos a darle duro al perreo. Ven, pégate, que yo sé que estás suelta. Actívate, que yo sé que te calienta. Te envuelta, bien suelta. Está como farrula caliente. Ella le gusta, pero así se va. Me pide un poco, no lo aguanta, pero pide más. Pero creo yo sabería lo que te buscando, mamá. Ella le gusta, pero así se va. Me pide un poco, no lo aguanta, pero pide más. Pero creo yo sabería lo que te buscando, mamá. Mami, tus ojos te delatan, en la cara se te ve. Tú eres una santa, yo sé lo que quieres. Y es hora que te pongas fresca, enseña pa' ver. No te pongas tímida, ¿qué vas a hacer? Deja el nebuleo, es lo que tú quieras, bellaqueo. Descontrola, que te pongas fresca, enseña pa' ver. No te pongas tímida, ¿qué vas a hacer? Métele sin miedo, vamos a darle duro al perreo. Musicólogo, un menes desde la NASA. Farruko, que
Desde mi casa, Javido Flow, Croti, let's.
Down the coast from Crescent City, on the opposite end of California, lies Compton, and another world altogether. Compton has a reputation for the lethal combination of drugs and violence.
It's extremely dangerous. There certainly is a lot of crime there. You're still seeing a lot of PCP cases, some methamphetamine. Those are the heavier drugs around there.
In this cauldron of drugs, guns, and gangs, a new art form came bubbling to the surface.
Lurch is my name, bat dang-a-lang.
First time I heard Antron Singleton, his talent was just unquestionable, undeniable. He was metaphoric, and anything he rapped about, you could pretty much see it. He was a good storyteller. So that's what you look for in a good songwriter. You know, can you tell a story?
The future for Antron Singleton was loaded with promise, but it was stolen by a singular event, one that silenced this budding rap star behind steel bars for life.
Antron had a voice. He was that guy with that silky, you know, that voice that everybody liked.
Antron Singleton came to California to pursue his chosen profession, rap artist.
I just saw the vision immediately. He was living in the garage and it was cold. You know, and I felt bad. I'm like, man, this dude he's too talented. I put him under my wing and just like took him to my studio. So he was just so excited to be like smack dead in the middle of it.
They called him Big Lurch, a nickname that fit his lanky 6', 7" frame.
Big Lurch was actually a nickname that he got a long time ago when he was hanging out at his friend's house. Somebody knocked at the door. The person didn't know who he was when he opened the door and was like, whoa, Big Lurch looking guy, Addams Family reference.
Rappers, you know, that's what they do. They take on another character as their alter ego, and he fit right into it.
He was born in Dallas, Texas, but moved west as a young man after his father came to California.
Texas was a little different, you know. I mean, it's the Wild West as far as I'm concerned. At the time, actually, I just wanted to get away from there. In the process of getting away, I actually left Antron, you know, and his mother in Texas, and I eventually moved to Northern California. You know, he loved his mother a lot, but basically, he was a daddy's boy. He wanted to be around me, and that was probably the most hurtful thing, and it may have affected him somewhere down the road.
Antron Singleton found his first taste of success with a rap group called the Cosmic Slop Shop.
Big Lurch's career kicked off when we got him on a song with Mystical and the RBL Posse. So it's kind of like a domino effect. When you're right place, right time, you know, especially if you have talent. It dawned on us. I'm like, man, I have all these dope guys around me. Rick Rock, Dooney Baby, and Big Lurch. I'm like, let's just make a group called Cosmic Slop Shop.
California is a dream world, so you gotta come out here, get your mind right, and get ready to go to work, because this is where you make your dreams happen. Rapping out of the Bay Area scene brought me to LA, and I go to the clubs to meet other artists so I can network and work with them.
He was completely polished. I don't know what he was doing in Texas, but he was completely professional from day one. That's what I seen. That's why I just immediately took him with me, because I recognized, you know, I didn't have to do too much grooming. You know, he was positioning himself to become a solo artist.
Here in LA, everybody wanted him. I mean, he was good. The people he was around you was good. I mean, basically, there was just guys out there that was pulling his coattail. When it came to LA, it seemed like everything was going pretty good. But over a period of time, you know, weeks, maybe months, I can't put the time period together, but things started getting a little shady. I wasn't hearing from him as much. And finally, I did catch him. And I'm talking to him, you know, asking him the problem, you know, what's going on with him, dude? I haven't heard from him, you know, what's happening? And at that moment, I could see something was wrong, because now the voice wasn't the same. 3 weeks after that is when that incident happened.
The incident would overtake Antron's dreams of stardom. The day he couldn't remember would be the one to haunt him for the rest of his life.
It's hard to believe that someone could act like this.
It's the most unusual case I've ever handled, the most violent crime scene I've ever seen, and I've seen quite a few.
There was blood spatter all over the place. The carpets were saturated with blood.
He pretty much blacked out, and then he woke up in jail. They told him that he was a murderer and that he was going to be in jail for life.
Coming up.
There was a blood trail going up the stairs and into the apartment.
PCP can cause feelings where one wants to hurt other people.
The first time I smoked PCP was in laced weed on my birthday, September the 15th, 1999, 3 days after my grandmother's funeral.
Antron Singleton was headed for the top. At 24 years old, he was a talented rap artist on his way to a recording contract and a successful career. But his life would change forever in the blink of an eye.
He was in a car crash, and he had broken his neck.
He spent more than a month in the hospital, followed by an intense physical therapy regimen.
I started using PCP when I broke my neck in the car accident. I smoked it and I didn't feel the pain. I didn't know how to cope, so I began to self-medicate. But I didn't understand that it was affecting my mind also.
PCP, or phencyclidine, is a dissociative anesthetic that separates the mind from the body.
Dissociative drugs alter one's perception of sight and sound and also cause feelings of detachment. Feeling out of body can occur under the influence of this type of drug. Also, PCP can cause intense anxiety.
PCP models some of the symptoms of schizophrenia, visual and auditory hallucinations. PCP can cause homicidal ideations or feelings where one wants to hurt other people. It is one of those drugs that can directly lead to aggression.
PCP causes psychosis, so you don't know what's going to happen when you get someone high on PCP.
Instead of focusing on his career, he fell into PCP. In the spring of 2002, Antron went on a week-long bender. On April 10th, he was hanging with two friends at an apartment in Compton.
They were all kicking back, listening to music.
There was another guy there named Doc, who was a friend of Tanisha Isaias.
And there were drugs.
The properties of PCP, or phencyclidine, are cyclic, meaning you can't determine what state the individual who's using PCP is going to be in. It'll go from a stimulant to a hallucinogen, or a combination hallucinogen-stimulant to a depressant. It's very unpredictable.
Singleton says to Doc, I'm going to get some. It's time for you to leave.
The dose level is 1/20th of a milliliter. That's one drop from an eyedropper. That will last the average user 24 hours of influence. If you talk to somebody who uses PCP on a regular basis, the term 2 puffs I'm good, 3 puffs I'm whacked applies. He's got no idea where he is or what he's doing. He was out of control, and he doesn't remember going from point A to point B.
When that third party left, he was a handicapped person, a disabled person. By the time he made it down the stairs, he heard a scream coming from the room. He ignored it, and the assault on Mrs. Isaias began.